Mary had crushed the first threat to her throne easily, but the Queen's wrath had been awakened. She didn't just want victory, she wanted revenge.
So tell me, Geoffrey, what exactly would they have done to Thomas Wyatt?
Thomas Wyatt was tortured on the rack, an instrument of gentle persuasion, to make him admit the names of his fellow conspirators.
Mary was determined to hunt down everyone involved in the plot. Wyatt said he'd rebelled to prevent her planned marriage to the Catholic Prince Philip of Spain, but Mary suspected his secret aim had been to depose her, and she wanted evidence.
In a sort of very caring, sort of gentle way, could you show me how this works?
It cannot be performed charitably at all. As the wheel is turned, the machine slowly stretches you.
So it does.
An endurable agony. It could dislocate your shoulder blades, your knees, your hips, and your ankles if you fail to submit. Tell us all you know.
Oh, crap.
Or else, come on. Give in.
What's the question again?
Who were your fellow conspirators?
Oh, God, I used to know that.
Who was your fellow conspirators?
Ask me a football question.
One rackmaster boasted that his victims left the rack a foot taller than their God had made them.
I see. Up to a certain point, it's a bit like osteopathy, isn't it, this?
Except Mary didn't have the prisoner's health in mind. She was desperate for information. After the rack came this, the latest addition to the tower's torture chamber.
It is known as the Scavenger's or Skeffington's daughter, after the man who brought it to the Tower of London in the 1530s, just in time for Mary's reign.
How handy. And how does it work?
You would put your feet through there,
Yes.
your hands in those two,
Oh, yes.
and if it was larger, your head into the upper ring,
If this was
and
large.
there you would stay. That's
You
it.
don't have to push, thank you.
The Scavenger's daughter would slowly crush its victim between its iron rings.
God, it's very uncomfortable even like this. So what's the purpose of this then?
It compressed your internal organs, it bent your spine, and there you stayed until the blood exuded from your nose, your mouth, your ears, and other bodily orifices.
Very nasty indeed, Geoffrey.
Despite weeks of torture, Wyatt refused to crack. Mary tried everything.
Now, what are these then, Geoffrey?
Those are thumb screws.
Oh, right. At first sight, they look rather namby-pamby to be a torture instrument. So how does it work? You put your thumbs in between the two bars, is that right?
That is correct.
And then something horrible happens.
Then the executioner tightens the screw on the upper bar,
Oh, hello. Yeah, and you...
crushing your thumbnail.
Yes, I can see that would be very painful. Well, look, just keep on screwing down and I'll just see how much I can stand. See how butch I really am.
It's going to hurt.
Just squeeze away. You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to... No! Take it off, take it off. Get you later.
In her treatment of Thomas Wyatt, Bloody Mary was starting to reveal her true colours. She promised to strike terror into those who ventured to do evil, whoever they were. It was a challenge to one person in particular. Mary was trying to extract evidence that Wyatt's plot involved her Protestant sister, Elizabeth, later to be Elizabeth I. But Thomas Wyatt refused to incriminate Elizabeth, so after 2 months, Mary gave up. Wyatt was executed along with about 100 of his men.